thanks so much for coming in. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Have a seat in the blue chair. All right.
What you want to talk about?
I have a lot I want to talk about with you. This is going to be good. Matthew, congratulations on your first Oscar nomination for Dallas Buyers Club. What an amazing achievement. You're at this incredible level in your career right now with all of the work that you've been doing the last few years. When you think back to the early part of your career, is there a moment where you really felt like you could be a front runner in this business? You could be someone who makes a difference?
I would have to say it was about a week and a half into shooting my first film, my first role, Dazed and Confused. I hadn't done really any acting up until that point, but I was in film school, so I knew I wanted to be in the storytelling business in some capacity. I meet the right guy in a bar. I go read for this part called David Wooderson. Had 3 great legendary lines, 3 scenes. And Rick, the director, kept inviting me back for the next night's work, the next night's work, the next night's work. I'm getting a $300 check put in my pocket every day. I'm having the time of my life. People are coming up, slapping me on the back at the end of the workday saying, hey, you're good at this, man. You're natural at this. I'm like, well, I love it, man. You know, and people were asking me, do you think this is something, you know, you can do this when you want to do this for a living or give it a shot? And I really almost didn't even let myself dream about it up to that point. And I remember my first response was, I'd love to, you know, if it's legal. Or is it legal? You know, and it is barely legal. But I remember at that time thinking that I had an innate ability to do well at this job. I walk into that audition, I'm tucked in, button-down shirt, blue jeans. Well, I'm a fraternity guy. I come in, I'd shaved before I went in, because this is a job interview. It's what you do at a job interview. And I remember him looking at me going, okay, yeah, you read for Wooderson. I sat down, and then I kind of just, I kicked into it. And I did it, he laughed, and he offered me the role, and then he goes, you're not this guy. And I was like, no, I'm not this guy, but I know who this guy is. When I understood I could go portray somebody that was not me, but I know who they are. Even imaginatively know who they are. That's when I felt like, you know what? Maybe you've got an ability there. And I've always loved travel, always loved people, and I always loved people watching. And I've always written some of my own things and my own short stories. And I was like, let's go give this a shot.
And now it's come full circle, because here you are as an Oscar nominee, and another guy who's nominated this year is Richard Linklater for a screenplay for Before Midnight. Yeah. That must be cool for you guys to be seeing each other throughout this season.
Absolutely. That's the guy who gave me my first job, in what turned out to be my career. You know, we've worked together 2 times since then, but to see him there,
that's a great story. Good.